So now let's show you the briskets. I've got it seasoned with coarse ground salt and pepper, and then I've got some paprika, some chili powder, garlic, granulated garlic and granulated onion, a little bit of turmeric, and that's it for the seasoning. I'm running an oak today, and I've got a couple pecan and a couple hickory splits I might throw on eventually, but I'm trying to keep my temperature in between 250 and 225 and 250, and right now I'm holding right in between. But this is going to be our Christmas dinner this year, and I'm pretty excited. It's the first time I'm ever smoking brisket, so it's like no pressure. It's like the first time you've ever cooked brisket. Let's do it when everybody's going to be here. And if you notice, like, all this rust, I am very upset about this. I've not been around my smoker hardly at all for about 4 to 5 months, and I haven't really even noticed this happening. But I've been so busy with the land work and everything that's been going on, and a couple of things going on. So I'm gonna contact a local company here that does powder coating and see if they can just sandblast it for me and see that price. If not, I might just have to get in here with a grinder and take it back down. You know, I use Rust-Oleum smoker paint, but I only used 1 coat. So I may go 2 or 3 coats next time, or try a different brand. But yeah, I'm pretty bummed about it, but it is just kind of surface rust right now. You can't really even hardly feel anything. So I'm gonna get out here in a second with some oil, coat it down, and maybe that'll help season it a little bit. And I'll see if that kind of helps reverse it a little bit, but if it doesn't, then I'll probably get it stripped and repainted. This is my first time smoking brisket, like I said, and I did the research and tried to find the best quality product I could. But after purchasing the briskets, the guy, so I went and I told him, you know, I want 2 briskets around 13 to 14 pounds each. That way I can trim it down and have about 10-pound briskets. And when I got there, I told him, you know, I wanted that size, and he said, well, you want more flat or more of a point? And I told him, I was like, well, I'd like a little bit of both, you know. So what he brought me back was both of them were 18-pound briskets to start off with, and he trimmed both of them down, trimmed the flat off from one and the point off the other. And I mean, there's a little bit mixed on each one of them, but it was still, I said, these look kind of strange. He was like, well, trimmed off each side. So I'm probably not going to use that butcher anymore, and now that I know a little bit more, I'll probably just buy a little bit bigger brisket next time. But I'm kind of nervous because all the videos I've been watching is like whole packer briskets, and now I'm working with a point separate from a flat, which could make it easier. I could be able to watch them separate, you know, kind of. I guess cooking a whole brisket's one of the parts that makes it tough. And now that this this oil has had a chance to kind of cook on here, it's looking really good. You know, this just may be what I do from now on, is coat it down. And thanks to Mad Scientist Barbecue for the great idea. So if you're here just for the brisket, you're not going to really care about this. But if you're one of my 21 subscribers, you might be interested that I just got a call from the gravel guy and the land guy. They're both going to be there today. And of course, it's the day that I can't be there to record, to show all the progress there. You know, and for the ones that don't know or just checking out this brisket cooked, we bought a piece of property, and we're putting a mobile home there until we pay off the land, and then we're going to build. And it's been like one thing after another, so I just figured I'd film, and maybe somebody could get some kind of help from the things we're experiencing over there. You know, we've lived in a camper for a year and a half, and that's actually what's behind me on this side you can't see. And I plan on doing a video of, you know, what it's like living in a camper for a year and a half, and the things I've learned, and things, you know, is it worth it, is it not worth it? If that's something you're interested in, let me know. but more than likely you're here for the brisket. So if you can see, my smoker's a little bit shinier now. I actually coated it down with some oil. I just couldn't stand the way it looked. It kind of broke my heart that it's gotten the condition it has. So it's looking better, but it's still, got rust spots. But hopefully that makes it better. But I actually got the idea from Jeremy Yoder, the Mad Scientist Barbecue, because I called this morning, got a quick price. I'm surprised they're even there. It's Christmas Eve, and I guess it's just a personal line. And it was going to be $160 or so to sandblast this. I just figured I'd go the oil route until, things calm down and we quit spending money on property. Still holding that 225, 250 range. That one's at 225 and this one's at just over 250. I need to work on it a little bit, but can't see. Let me brighten it up. It's been on about an hour. I'm kind of bummed too. The trimming process didn't go as I would like. Like I said, the butcher and me didn't really have the same idea of what's going on. And they also told me it'd be okay for a few days in the fridge. And when I started trimming, I'm sure it was fine, but it had a weird look to it. It still smelled fine. It just had a weird look to it. So I trimmed off a lot more than I probably should have, and I hope that doesn't come back to bite me. I've got a water pan in there. I'm gonna keep it sprayed as much as I can. I'm gonna spray inside the wrap when I go to wrap. Hopefully everything works out. Still holding at 225. Some briskets after, let me brighten you up. After about 3 hours on the smoke, getting a little bit of fat render on this backside here. Trying to keep them sprayed and moist. Got a little water pan. And I hate I had to orientate these this way, but I'm about to throw a Boston butt on this backside here in about another hour. And I wanted to try to keep from handling as much as I could. I wanted to have the points, facing the airflow, but that's something that's confusing me too, is on a reverse flow, which way do I face my point? Do you guys know? Six hours in. Getting close to wrapping. Ain't quite the color I want. Very close though. I got our Boston butt trying to catch up, play a little catch up so they get done at the same time. About to spray a little bit of these corners. Getting a little hard on me. But I think I'm doing it right. Got them wrapped. Got a butt getting ready to be wrapped. But I haven't been recording like all the step-by-step stuff because I'm not an expert. This is my first time. This is more of me recording it, so if I do fail, I've got proof. Or if I did good the first time, I got proof. So it's gonna be the last update before you see the briskets complete. Sadly, dinner's got pushed back. Christmas dinner's got pushed back, so I'm going to have to wrap these in plastic, vacuum seal it or something, and then warm it up by like the sous vide method, but oil on stovetop. But I've got both the butt and the brisket wrapped, and we're just going to keep on pushing until we have complete food. It's going to be dark, so like I said, last update until it's complete. So sadly, this is the only picture, only video, only anything I have of the brisket. You know, once I sat down at Christmas dinner, 2020's been a sucky year, and I just, you know, I didn't want to drag out the camera and film everybody while we're trying to eat and trying to, you know, connect, because 2020's just sucked. So hopefully the next thing I cook, I can have like a full experience. The, you know, the prep time, the cook time, the cutting, the serving, and everything. But you know, I only had one complaint, that it was dry, and well, two, because myself, I'm very hard on myself when it comes to barbecue, but everybody else said it was extremely good. You know, 9 out of 9 or 9 out of 10 flavor, 10 out of 10 flavor. Everybody loved it. But like I said, sorry that I don't have video of the cutting or anything. You know, this is first time cooking brisket, and I would say it turned out all right. I can't really complain with 95% of the people saying it was great, so I'll take that any day of the week. But I'm going to hopefully post some more barbecue videos soon, so if that's something you're interested in, subscribe.